Greetings, everybody, and I'm sorry we didn't get to finish up all of our lessons on how to do the animations in Fireworks. So I'm going to do a video here so that you can move along at your own pace. This is my completed project, and this is what we're trying to accomplish, and we got pretty far along, and of course we never got to the part where we have the animations working, or we don't have the bulbs onto our final design. So we're going to work on that here in Fireworks. I'm going to open up the file. I think everybody was at this point when I left. We have our holiday card, and on my holiday card I've incorporated my text that's curved, and my hat, and my little shape cut out with a picture inside here. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go into my bulb file. Remember that one we made yesterday? And I'm simply going to copy and paste these bulbs onto my holiday card. And I'll just go ahead and copy from bulb, select, and press Control C to copy. And go to the other one, press Control V, and oh my, it's too big. So Control Z lets me take that away. We're going to go back. So let me go back to my bulb, and I'm going to just estimate, and I'll use my scale tool, the size I need this little bulb to be. Let me just scale it down from the corner. That's probably about right, and let me check. So again, I'm going to copy, Control C, go back to my card, Control V. Oh yeah, that's exactly the size I want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a bunch of copies. I want to decide how many of these lights I want to have on my final animation. I think about 10 is going to work. So I'm just going to create 10 light bulbs here on this file, and the easiest way to do this, I'm going to do keyboard shortcuts, Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and I've got another bulb. Now, another way you can do this little trick, if I hold down the Alt key on my keyboard, I can just drag. See the little plus sign that appears? Holding down the Alt key, I just drag out each one of these guys. Oops, gotta be careful where I drag though. Okay, again, holding it up, the Alt key. Oh, see? I messed up there. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, I gotta make sure the whole thing's selected, both items. Hold down the Alt key and drag. There we go. That's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, of course, each one should be its own color. We don't want to all be the same color. That's not very festive. So let me just kind of go in here and set the fill color to a different range of colors for each one of my bulbs, and get something festive and colorful here before too long. So I'm going to have lots of different colors. Now I don't have to use, I can use the same color over again. I'll use the same orange. I put my little eyedropper tool right over the orange I want to use, and it'll select from that color. I can select from any color on my palette, or I can select from any color on the canvas. So blue, and we'll finish up with a light blue, something there. All right, so there's all my lights. Now I can take all of my lights at once. I've got all of them done. Good time to save my work. I can just marquee select using my black arrow. I draw a box over all my little bulbs. I'm going to copy those again, keyboard shortcut, Control C, and then onto my holiday card. I don't need that one anymore. Let's delete that, and I'll do Control V. All right, so I have all my bulbs, and now all I really need to do is just go ahead and put them into place. And I'm going to use my, again, I'm going to use my scale tool, because not only do I want to, I really what I want to do is rotate them and put them in place. I don't really need to change their size necessarily. So I'm just going to come in and shift select so I get the entire bulb selected. I'm sure I got one here. It takes a little while to do all this. I'm going to actually speed things up on my recording, so you won't have to watch me or listen to me do this the whole time. So watch as I take each of the bulbs, use the scale tool, and then rotate them and place them around my picture. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now the last thing I want to do is I'm going to use my vector brush, my vector path tool here, and I'm going to set that to a green color on my stroke setting, and make it, let's say 4 pixels wide. I'm just going to hand draw the little cord, the little electrical connection that goes in between my lights. I'm just going to drag that in. Maybe I'll do a loop around here just for fun. Okay, make it look like it's all connected. Right, so this is my final product. Now, this is my final product as a static image, and I'm going to drag out my states panel here now so you can see what I'm doing. Remember I said that in animations, a frame, every picture is a little bit different, and so therefore what we need to do is we need to add additional frames. Now, in Fireworks we call these states. So what's important here is you want to get your very first state, your very first frame. You want to get it looking exactly the way that you want. And that's what I've done here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate things. I've got one little issue to see here. I'm careful with that. That's the one color. And it's also too thick. I don't know how that happened with that one bump. Right, that's better. So I've got everything ready here on my picture, my animation that I'm going to create. Now I'm going to determine how many additional frames I need. Now I know I've got 10 lights, and I also want to light up my text. Okay, so I'm going to need 11 total frames. I have 1, so let's do the math. Let's see, 11 minus 1. I'm going to need 10 new frames, or 10 new states. And I'll select on this little button here in the upper right corner, and I'm going to duplicate this state. Okay, I'm going to duplicate the state. And in order to duplicate it, I'm just going to click on that button and say, how many do I need? Well, I need 10 more. 10. And click OK. So now in my states panel, I see state 1, I see state 2, and so forth. And of course, since I duplicated, they're all exactly the same. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go one at a time. And you've got to kind of take your time in order to do this. I'm going to go one at a time, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply a glow to each of these individual objects. Okay, so the first thing I want to have glow is my text. So I'll select on the text, and then I'll go to the filter setting, and I'm going to go down where it says shadow and glow. I think it's dropping off the recording. It's down there, trust me, and I'm going to add a glow. Okay, that adds my glow, and you can determine what kind of color of glow that you want. Actually dragging the properties inspector up here so you can see this better. Okay, so here's my filter setting here, and then I added the glow. Right, so I just added this glow. If I want to change the color after I've got the glow applied, I select on the little eye here, and this actually works out okay. I want to use that kind of a red glow. I'm going to use my eyedropper and just pick that red color. All right, so that's state 2. State 1, no glow. State 2, I got a glow on the text. Now I'm going to go to state 3, and I'll add the glow to this bulb. So again, filters.
Hopefully that's what's
Shadow and glow. Add the glow. I don't want to have a red glow on a green bulb. I want a green glow. So remember, this eyedropper can be used to pick up this color. So I select on that little chip, and I give that a green glow on state 3. Now I'm going to go to state 4. Okay, so there's green. That's my first one. The hardest part about this is keeping things in track, right? The next one's here. Okay, so again, select the object, add the glow, and change the color to match the bulb. So it's just a matter of keeping these in order, right? So that was 4. This is going to be 5, state 5. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on through, and I'll do this again very quickly so you don't have to listen and watch as I do it. All right, now there's a play button down here. I can check my work. I have a feeling I maybe need one more. I think I did. Let's see. Let's see what happens when I play. Okay. Looks okay. But maybe I miscounted because I come down here to state 11, there's a blue one, but I haven't lit this bulb up yet. So let me just, again, come up here and we're going to duplicate the state. Click 1. Okay. Now in this case, I want to get rid of this glow. So I'm going to just click on the glow setting and minus that one, and then add the glow here so that right animation setting. All right, now let me play it and watch what happens. You'll see each state will be highlighted as we play through the animation. And it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, right? All right, the final thing I want to do is adjust the timing. This 12 indicates how long each animation plays. All right, so 12 is, if I double click, it's going to tell me that's 12/100ths of a second. All right, if I want to stay longer, I need to make this number larger. Okay, that's the amount of time each of these frames stays on the screen. So I'm going to shift select so that all of my states are selected here, and then go to the options panel, select on properties, and I'm going to go ahead and double this up. We'll make it 24/100ths instead of 12/100ths. And let's see all those numbers have changed. And now that'll slow things down just a little bit. And I can see the difference in how my animation looks. Right? Now the final thing is, if you want to send this or use this file, this is a fireworks file, remember, we have to convert it into a GIF or a GIF, an animated GIF. We're going to do that in the Optimize panel, right up here. And in the Optimize panel, there's a drop down that lets you choose the kind of image you're going to export. And we want an animated GIF. So when I do that now, I can take my file, go to the file menu, and I can select on export. And this will give me the file type, GIF file type, that I can then use on a web page, or I can email to someone, or I can put it into some web services. Facebook, I think you have to have it hosted somewhere else, but I can use it in PowerPoint. It's an animated GIF. So this is exactly what I would do to kind of finish things up. Put this in my right folder here, save that full file in there, and now I can put that into lots and lots of different places, and I've got my own holiday animated cards. And I hope you guys have a great holiday as well, and hope you have plenty of time in class to continue to work in fireworks and see all the cool things that you can do.
I honestly passed up. Is that the machine making?